Hello and welcome back to the semifinals of GPQ against Nyx, who's on playing against Nyx, who's on Blue Red Tempo. We played against in the Swiss and did 2-0, but it was not the most comfortable 2-0 that it could have been. And that's like in game 2, the computer ran out of batteries, which in the game in a decisive fashion in a sense. But it's still very much so up in there. Do get most of the stuff I mentioned in that video I think still applies. Don't want to see you turn on Ragavan, especially on the draw. Fortunately I do have the play for the game 1, since I am top seed. Getaway Rider is pretty annoying in general. Don't have that many clean answers to it. That Ward one being very good against my kind of more awkward answers. But does look like they're going to 5, which is, of course, good for me, not good for them. And I do have the turn on Valdez, so that will exacerbate the issue a little bit. I think I'm saying low here. Try and take a single Valdez. Could avoid Flare, which not the best hit, but not too upset about that. If they didn't have the Void behind, they just had the Rag Band, then would have been pretty darn good. Let's enter planes. Lisa is a nice track to Valdez. Not Valdez, Rag Band in general. Very safe even if they draw a burn spell here, because I can just block and Mother will die, and if they try and kill it, the Mother will die, and I can trade. Don't love seeing Falconeer. Yeah, that is not looking great for me. Other Lisa's alright. I guess I'll just swing in with the Mother. Yeah. I guess I'm toddy plus 2ing here. Which means I'm doing this pre-combat. And swing in. Toss and Fen back. Toddy does at least help prevent the Getaway Rider from coming down, because a fetch line doesn't do it. We do hit the land for the Getaway Rider. Falconeer does trigger on Planeswalkers being hit, Ragavan doesn't. We'll see where they point the Getaway Rider at. They decide to point both them at Toddy. Ragavan I will block. I think I'm blocking Ragavan. Yeah. Yeah, but Falconeer is pretty nasty. This is definitely this design in general is like pretty overloaded. Like, compared to like Ragavan, for example. Which is, like, Ragavan is a very, very good card, of course, but has a lot more kind of balance mechanisms in place, whereas here it's like, okay, well Planeswalker just cause and Sky One and that kind of stuff. Yeah, not looking too hot here. I do have Valdez, which is something. I wonder if I still blink this up. Doesn't matter, but I should have fetched blue source. Must turn back. Yeah, definitely would like to draw Henros or Pyleus, or just in general the cards I built around. It's only drawing one spell, which is the legendary I already had in my openers. Not great. Yeah, and they played out Buccaneer post combat, which is not the best sequencing on their part. Emily is a draw. I don't know how good of a what does this Hemley even do? Because like I guess I Hemley a -3, right? Is like I can -2 here. Huh. It's like -2 calling the Falconeer, I guess, does open up some stuff. Because like I do actually get a relatively okay attack through with Hemley killing the Falconeer, and I can play Lisa. Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I think I'm just gonna Hemley -3 and shuffle my hand back in. Well then, that's like a thing, I guess. I think just Hemley -2ing would have been a better result than this, so it's not the end of the world. If I had a white source, I can go Hemley plus Toddy. Ben is losing a fair bit of life here. Bin's a single. I mean, I guess I just triple block here. makes clearing the board up a bit easier. And it's like not the best spot to be in, but I don't really want to feel forced to Hamlet it. Yeah. Nice. Rerun. Okay, there's a bear in Desolation. So I think I sequenced Toddy before Hamley. And I think I'm zeroing Toddy. Yeah, I guess I'm doing it like this. Then I'm swinging in, I believe. No, I guess I'm casting Toddy first. Grabbing a white source here. So this does shuffle away the Falconeer, which is good. Now do I want to attack with the gnomes or not? I don't think so. Another getaway rider is really bad. Decides to swing everything at me. Oh, do I block here? It's my out at this point. Henros, because I'm blocking, take 6. Is there any way I can pressure? Not really. Turn back, and I think I'm just kind of dead here. Do have like Valdez, I guess, but Hemley. I guess I have Hemley to kill one of the getaway riders, but don't have any way to stabilize. I think I'm on 0 outs. I think I need to like. I mean, I know they don't have land in hand, but I need to assume that they have nothing. And yeah, that's the game. So let's go on to game 2. Kylan's good. Westwasting's good. Pithwell's good. Impuno. Do. Kaylin is a bit on the awkward side. Lisa is so-so. Kaijao. And I guess Kaijao kills Ragavan. Anzen. Not the best though. Hamley is a bit on the awkward side. Barton is okay. Emily Chani is okay-ish. Guess Toddy is like not great into getaway rider in general. That feels wrong to side her out. I guess I could side out more Hemleys. Though, no, I do want some Hemley at least, so maybe another Lisa, and Barton is maybe too slow in this matchup. Not too slow, but, I don't know. Yep. I do think that matchup is slow enough that the pie list does get there. Yeah, let's go with this. So honestly, Lisa's maybe sketchier than pay up. Maybe the fourth Hemley. I guess this is Zhufang. No, Zhufang's probably not good in this matchup. This is a mole. This is a pretty good keep. Bottoming Desolation. No, I guess I'm bottoming Wayfair Shrine. So turn 1 tap Desolation, turn 2 Lisa, that checks Valdez, and then turn 3 Kylan or Pylius. Kylan checking Falconeer, Pylius. Maybe play Pylius first if they go shields down, because Kylan does always go Falconeer. But generally a pretty solid hand. Always fetching Gloom Cover Step here. I mean, it could pee up here, but I think I'm just inclined to go Lisa. If they have a sinkhole, this is fine. And if they don't have a sinkhole, obviously it's pretty beneficial. So this looks like a Panya. And if they have Panya and Falconeer, then I'm probably just going Pylius. To start getting some card advantage rolling. Yep, there's Falconeer. And why can I get these draws when I was playing the deck? So, Desolation. Let's see here. I think I just want to slam the Pylius. So, I mean, if I'm doing that, am I trading Mother? Am I willing to trade Mother for Bird here? Yes, I am. I don't love it. The Pylius is, like, pretty likely to find me a thing to create. Or just give me Pylius on blocks, I suppose. 4 damage is a lot, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna swing in here. Do just take it. So that's a good choice on my end. I think I am just going straight for the Pylius. That finds me a Kylan, a Hemley, and a Toddy. At this point, I think I'm taking Hemley, because I do like have a Kylan in hand. And I do also, and the mother surviving means that I do have a creature to crew the Pylius. So not too worried on that regard. In case Kylan gets countered, for example. We'll see what they do end up having here. Because if they just go past counter magic up, that's obviously quite different than a getaway rider or whatnot. I will have a good amount of information though with the payout. It does look like they might be going for getaway rider here. No sense in making this block. Also probably would have been better for them to crack the taunt beforehand. Because now they will need to shuffle away the card they topped. I got they're playing post-combat Ragavan or something? Ominous Discovery? Yeah, and they now realize it. So they find Void Flare or the Mother. That's another Hemley. Oh, so I could just go double Hemley, which does fight through counter magic pretty well. It is quite a bit lower upside than just going pay up Kylan. I think my line is probably going pay up, see if the coast is clear, and then Hemley if it's not, and Kylan if it is. Also, it does eventually save me some life on the Van Desolation. So we don't have two counter spells here. Spell Pierce Photo Fracture, so they do. So I say Fracture here. Yeah. So I won't stop Kylan. We'll see if they discard Fracture or not. I don't think. I don't know how crazy it would be to discard. Yeah, they do just decide to discard the Cavern, which is definitely a choice. And this should be getting pierced. Yep. And from here, I should have a pretty clear path to victory. I have a block in this Falconeer, right? So, because I can just slam Kylan next turn through the Fracture, and then Pyle starts crewing and whatnot. If they hit run on lands, it's kind of a bit annoying, but otherwise I should be okay-ish. I suppose if they hit a Sinkhole here, then they would be able to get the Fracture on the Kylan, which would be pretty bad. I don't really have any way to prevent that. I mean, I guess I could just Hemley, but that seems much lower value. Okay. Ragavan does make this decision a lot easier, because I can, pretty safely just drop the Kylan. I guess I might as well fetch beforehand, because don't have any, whatchamacallits, manlands. So here's Kylan, which certainly they don't want to counter, or try and counter. Faction no longer making when I'm talking about, they don't even have Wanderlust. So I'll kill the Falconeer, do the Pyleus with Kylan, swing in with the Pyleus, which finds me a Henros. Am I just slamming Hemley here? I guess so, right? Force the Fracture out of their hand. Is there any point to doing it? Because I do have Lisa for the Ragavan. Do kind of want to sequence Henros into Hemley. I guess I'm fine waiting on it. No reason to rush. And I can still resolve both next gen regardless, so. Muslim Bird over Pania, which makes sense. Everything comes in here. No, what is the draw? Another Ragavan. Because that makes sense as to why the first Ragavan swung. There's a Valdez, which means what I'm going Henros into Valdez into Hemley, I guess. Choose the Pyleus. Pyleus hits another Kylan, which I guess I take. The excess Valdez doesn't really seem worthwhile here. So that's good too. I suppose makes sense. And now I'm just going Valdez, which they counter, presumably successfully. And then Hemley kills the bird. That's to turn back. And on to game 3. I don't really have any other choices for boarding. I think all my boarding options are just kind of worse than they are on the play. Like, I don't think I attack that much harder towards if I'm on the draw. I guess Spartan is a lot worse on the draw. So maybe bring in another Lisa. Does seem like at least a little bit of a race, but other than that, I think I'm fine with this configuration. Hemley is still a little bit awkward, but I mean, I could bring in a pay up. So I like that. Down a Hemley, up a pay up. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I think I have enough answers to whatchamacallit, a Falconer, that slaying all the Hemleys isn't super necessary. I mean, Hemley does answer Getaway Rider, but I don't really want to be like answering Getaway Rider as fast as physically possible. Though, yeah, I mean, Pay Up also kind of answers Getaway Rider. Okay. This is a pretty good hand, just in general. It is slightly awkward on Oh god, this is really awkward, the mana situation, huh? Like, so I need to fetch Swamp turn 1 for Valdez. The Mini Voice Tower and Anzen don't cast Pay Up, or not Pay Up, Pithworld. Need another white source with Kylan, so only Valdez and Henros are castable. Like, I'm gonna keep it, just because that's the only real problem with the hand. And I don't think I can really afford to mulligan decent hands as a matchup, because to some extent I'm just trading 1-1. I'm going turn 1 to 1 tapped is excellent though. Pay up also not a bad draw. Does definitely mean I'm fetching swamp, no random thoughts about doing something else. And I think I'm just going pay up here over Veldas. See what they have first. There's not them peel sieges, huh? Guess I won't be able to dodge those. Definitely naming Falconer here and probably not getting it, which I am fine with. Hopefully I'll be able to draw a Plains-esque mana source here, so fetch land over Plains, so I can dodge this Imperial Siege for at least another turn. Imagine, like, I don't know. I don't think you discard Falconer here. I think discarding Keylon Gust is probably the right choice. Maybe you can make an argument for Sea Flash, I suppose. But at the same time, Falconer is not like that great, and you are ramping me to a 3-drop. So here, yeah, there's the Falconer. Let's see if I draw a Plains like mana source here. Would be nice. Hylius. The Hylius can't actually hit any lands here because I drew both my legendary lands. I guess I'm always just going Many Voice Kylan, which is annoying because then that puts me at 0 white sources. Like I could do, yeah, and I could do like Henros, no, but Henros just does the Seer Flash. And like the sequence isn't that good on Henros in general. I think I'd just go Many Voice Tower Kylan, and then hope to hit a white source. I need to still the Valdez at least. Do still have a land drop at least. Um, at least if they didn't hit a land drop, Imperial Sieging is a bit awkward here. They do another threat in the first 2 draw steps. Then Imperial Sieging does at least set them back a little bit. Gives me a bit more time to get a decent hit off this Valdez. It hit a second mountain. I imagine Imperial Siege is definitely coming out here. I'm kind of, I can probably guess they don't have a basic in hand, so double value on the siege, because you might be mana screwing me as well. Which they definitely are, putting me off of white entirely. Should have at least a decent amount of time to find some mana sources here. I might be thinking on like Getaway Rider or something. They do have 1 unknown in hand. And this is Imperial Siege. Yep. Another Pyleus. I guess I'm getting high off this Valdez. Try and prevent them from getting another threat down. And that's okay. Definitely not the end of the world. Because at least the Omnis Discovery doesn't get the rerun. They do have a Keylon Gust in Graveyard. I don't they hit a threat. I think if I had a land, I'm like, it's not the end of the world. Does sort of need to be a white source, I guess. They're definitely not looking in a great spot here. So, need a land, or else I probably will concede a Nebula. This Nebula is definitely just saying white, I think. Do I drop the Pyleus, or do I go I just drop the Pyleus here, and then hope to hit a land my next turn. It is definitely a bit sketchy, I go to 9, but they don't have that. Then, like, the Cane Dance itself isn't that threatening. Do I just lose the tax if I do that? I guess I maybe, but I think it's the same spot regardless. So I will just Pyleus here. And I whiff. Yeah. Something I'll need to hit another white source here. I'm not actually sure how likely I am to whiff. I think it's the first time it's happened this GP, but if it was going to happen in a matchup, it would be this one, because I am siding out a lot of legends. Or what? So, Cane Dancer puts me at a virtual 9. Virtual 6, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if I actually have outs here. To land. Oh, I did also top. There's a Nebula. And I guess the Nebula is always saying white here. Definitely very low on life, but maybe this ends up being okay-ish? Okay, so they are responding to it. Now am I crewing the Pylius here? Guess I kind of have to. 5. I'd go to 1 off Kane down so Keylon Gus faced attack. But like I kinda need this Henris to survive, so am I ever beating a burn spell on top? I don't think so, right? I think I need to crew this with Henros. 6, hit a Hemley, which is nice. Yeah, Hemley might get me out of this. I guess Moonpuno also kind of might. Huh. So the Hemley and Moonpuno. I guess Moonpuno is better? Oh, I'm actually just dead here if my opponent plays it well. Now, they said Keelan Gus the Henros. Sure. But yeah, if they just kept Keelan King Dancer or Keelan Gus Hexproof, they actually did have a pretty clean win there. I think with the line they took, I actually do have outs, though maybe I don't. They did top the last card, so maybe I don't. I don't play it pre-combat, which is a good sign. Xanagan. Yeah, so I kind of need this Moonpuno to resolve, huh? Nothing else really does anything here. And it's almost certainly not going to resolve. Yeah, sync over 2, and that's the game. Definitely could have gone either way. Like, even if I hit a land though, I guess it need to be specifically a painless land or land that takes 1 life. Then I am actually, maybe not ahead, but they would need to top deck something, because Mimpuno can 0 the 2/2 bird, or +1 the 1/1 bird, I guess, and survive the next combat. Like, I guess if I took Hemley off of the whatchamacallit, off the Palace trigger, then I would be able to resolve it there. But then I don't think I win the game after that, because Hemley just kills the 2/2 bird. I'm at 2 life, and it's 3 life. It's probably worth for them to kill the Hemley. Yeah, definitely, because the tap. Yeah, but just kind of a really unfortunate game. Drawing double Pylius, not the best. I guess I didn't get too punished for whatchamacallit. For the Imperial Sieges. Oh, the Imperial Siege hitting me. Because did hit the Nebula in time for the Pylius. And then yeah, I did hit most of my land drops, right? Up to that last turn. Like obviously if I did have a white source here, I'd be in a much better spot, so I can just slam Henros. So actually I took the Ominous Discovery, and I guess that's fine. Yeah, I guess I could have taken I took Hemley off of this Pylius and just played Hemley. Yeah, okay, so the reason that they end of combat should the whatchamacallit, the Keylon Gust, so they couldn't play a Hemley post combat, which I guess is fair. I mean, they do get to see what I take of the Pylius before. Yeah, no, that's fair. Because I wouldn't necessarily play Hemley pre combat, even if I did have it. So that prevents the life gain of the Henros, which definitely mattered. Or definitely could have mattered, maybe is a better way to put it. So I did take the Hemley here, and they kill the Henros, then I Hemley the Falconer at a 4 still. I guess I got a 5, right? I have Pith Welts. Did I draw on the last turn? I feel like a Xanagan, right? So then the Pith Welt resolves here on the bird, and I'd be at 1 more life, so I'd be at 5, facing down 2 points damage. But I don't actually have anything to do, and they still have a sinkhole for the Valdez or the Xanagan. So yeah, not too upset with how I played those games. I generally made the right calls. Yeah, game 2, I was just kind of relatively clean. Went on the play. What happened in game 1 again? Game 1, they just had the kind of ideal draw for the deck. And even though on the play I'm not like overwhelmed by Ragavan, even though my deck isn't super prepared for tempo, this kind of this curve is just really hard to beat in general. Without any 1-drop interaction. Definitely wasn't helped that I didn't draw any relevant spells. So I drew 3 lands on Lisa as my first 4 draw steps. Then the Hemley doesn't help me. It's not like they hadn't. Yeah, so definitely could have gone either way, but like I think at this point in the game, I'm kind of out of luck. They even had another Falconer in hand. Like they're all really low, so maybe I can use that, but this hand is not getting there. Was there any way I could like maybe maneuver into a more aggressive position? I don't think so. Because like from here, yeah, I did consider Hemleying the Falconeer. Here, so like Hemley the Falconeer swing with everything. The pirates and the gnomes trade off. Lisa's blocked by Falconer. We take 4, go to 7. Uh hey, is that winning? It's not. No, I think that's just kind of losing. Because, like, yeah, the Falconeer's in play because it got Hemlead, but they're going to draw it in 2 turns and it's going to be a threat then. And even with just like this as their board versus Valdez and Lisa, though I guess it's Valdez, Lisa, Mother, but like, actually, yeah, with Valdez, Lisa, Mother, I think just going Hemley plus Lisa might have been good enough here because but then they immediately kill the Hemley with the Getaway Rider. So I guess it slows down this Falconeer. But Vela's can't attack even if they draw a blank. I guess especially if they don't draw a blank. They're going to 7. Getaway Rider's getting value. Maybe that makes me more like open to top decking out of it. Obviously I don't double Hemley Toddy. But if I had like I guess I need to hit like Pithwilt Kylan or something. Hit Pithwilt Kylan. That'd be good. They hit an Omnis Discovery off the top, right? Oh no, they hit a Fracture. Oh no, they hit. Oh wait, they hit Omnis Discovery. Wait, hold on. Oh no, yeah, they did hit the Omnis Discovery at the top. See, that was pretty brutal too. Yeah, I think I'm pretty okay with how I play those games. Just definitely a tense matchup in general, even if being on the play. Definitely did not tech my deck for any type of tempo in general. Well, this actually being a problem league, but I just kind of forgot about it. Didn't do much testing, or much tuning this deck. Maybe took out all the one-offs and stuff. But this deck is definitely very reliant on Kylan to stabilize, and if Kylan doesn't stabilize, and I think that these games were a decent example where, like, yeah, in game 3, Kylan kills the Falconeer, but then this bird deals me like 12 points of damage or whatever. This is like 10. Because of the idol even. I don't quite get there in time with my like life gain and so stabilizing factors, even against like a relatively modest draw from my opponent. Didn't draw any risk placing, so that which definitely would have helped. But like if I draw risk placing in this game, I'm just like pretty happy with my spot because I can just risk placing the Valkyria. We play the Anzin of the Many Voice Tower, so I still have a white source. But didn't hit one, so yeah, not gonna dwell too much more on it. So thanks for listening.